Hezekiah, can you tell me what you've discovered, what you've been able to create, build from scratch using a computer?
Cool. For my PhD thesis, I was able to develop.
Oh, just if I can stop. Look at me. You're looking everywhere but me. Okay, let's start again. What have you been able to build from scratch that's led to other discoveries?
Thank you very much. I've been able to develop software for the whole of 3 years to identify plant leaves automatically using the images of the leaves.
So you scan in the leaf?
Yeah, I've got a lot of images of in my database scanned via computer systems. They were scanned.
And how does the identification process work? If you say, oh, here's one of the leaves, and it happens to be one in your database, how do you go about using the technology you've created?
Yeah, my software works in this way. All I need to have is to have a sample images. Okay, I don't know these leaves and I need to know what type it is. So I will get that image and my software capture the image of that unknown plants and works out the matches from my database and brings out the closest match. So by so doing, you could be able to identify plant species from one another. In fact, most importantly, you could identify poisonous plant from non-poisonous plants, which could probably be good for.
So, what is it about your work that excites you the most?
The most important thing about my work is it's contributing to health, in the sense that people can use my application. The botanists, the farmers, the masses can use my application and go to farms and be able to identify plants. And also my application has got a potential to tell them the medicinal values of the plant, the nutritional values of the plants, and the location of the plants, where you could have them, their uses, and whether this plant is being endangered, and some other important information about plants, which we can use to improve our living and our health.
What are the usual ways that people will identify a plant they don't know? Hey, I've got a plant here, don't know what it is.
Yeah. Traditionally, plants are identified by botanists or specialists, those who have got the knowledge, sometimes by age, people who have been in farm for a long time, and it is very error prone. People can easily make mistakes, so they just like looking at the texture or probably the type of fruit on the plant, and so by oral tradition, people can identify plant based on the way it looks.
Of the 32 types in your computer, can the computer make a mistake? Can it get tricked?
Yes, probably. As at now, the accuracy of my system is 93%, so that tells that it's not perfect. So it can make mistake. But what I've done to move around this is my computer can suggest the 5 closest species to the one you are looking for, so that you can use your initiative to, okay, these are 5 possibilities, so that you couldn't, that would keep you on track to avoid fatal mistakes.
What's your vision? Could you eventually build a computer that identifies every known plant in the world?
Yes, I have a vision for that, for further research, to further this work, to build mobile apps and to have as much as possible number of images of plants in my database. But that will be like a massive job. I will have to collaborate with botanists across, the scientists or botanists across Australians, like those in botany department, to like give me as much, or W herbarium, to give me as much images as possible, so that I can use those in my database and increase the number of species I've got.
So just to rephrase, what is the potential of your discovery?
The potential of my discovery is, it is going to be useful for the whole nation and whole world as a whole. people can identify plants easily without you going to any specialist. You could be out on farm by yourself and bring out, oh, this is the plant I'm looking for, and you could determine what kind of uses you want to derive from it, whether from, like pharmacologists and pharmacists and the drug company that produce drugs. It's going to be very, very useful for them because they can easily identify the plants that is being used to produce certain drugs for curing disease, all the likes.
And what is general knowledge like amongst the public in able to identify plants correctly? How good are people at it?
Generally, it's publicly it's only few people can go to farms and identify plants. So with this application, the awareness is going to increase. Anyone who has this application can easily identify plants. But for now, it's only very few people can go to farms and without using any application and identify plants. But with my application, almost everyone can go to farms and identify plant leaves.
Yeah, that was